Hey YouTubers, Hank here, and no, I'm not going to address myself as either Degeneration Hanks or even Hankster, because this is a serious topic, which I'm slowly starting to find out I'm in agreement with a lot of the ranters that are getting on the bandwagon with this. Even Howard. Isn't that weird? But if you must know, if you haven't heard yet, there is some sort of consensus with a lot of narrow-minded people that's saying that the earthquake and tsunami that hit Japan on Friday morning was some sort of karma-induced retribution against Japan for its attack on Pearl Harbor. And I'm joining the voices that are against what these people are thinking, because, wait a minute, this is a natural disaster that affected people who mostly weren't even around at that time. You know, most of the people that were involved with this, that involved in World War II on both sides, are dead. Or almost, that are getting close to death because of their age. And come to think of it, the retribution that Japan got for the attack on Pearl Harbor and all the other things they did, on the Chinese and the Filipinos and the prisoners of war with the death marches and such, that was with us winning. The United States and its allies defeated Japan along with Fascist Italy and Nazi Germany at the end of World War II. We were the winners. That's retribution enough. We didn't need nature or the forces of nature or the forces of the planet to retribute. We did it ourselves. We went in, we won the war, Japan lost, Nazi Germany lost, Italy lost. That's it. And why would, would have made more sense to think, kind of think this way back then if an earthquake like that hit them. Of course, especially if an earthquake hit them, then probably the war would have ended then, and we probably wouldn't need the atomic bomb or anything, because they've been in chaos trying to fix their own infrastructures and stuff, probably pulling their military back to help fix their infrastructure, and they probably would have given up because their society would be in chaos because of an earthquake of this magnitude, especially back then. And think about it, people. Even if the United States didn't use the atomic bombs on Japan, now think about this. When we were first developing this, we were going to use this in Europe against the Germans. And it was just lucky for them that they surrendered like they did before the bomb was even developed, so they didn't get hit. And Japan was still fighting. They were stubborn to keep going with this war. They kept hitting they didn't care about their soldiers dying. They were, the soldiers were sacrificing themselves in kamikaze pilot attacks, and even, different versions of the kamikaze concept, sacrificing themselves to, help their country. And put you this way, if we did invade rather than drop the bombs, not only would our soldiers, they would have had tons of casualties, because the civilians would have been, they were being told if they were invaded that they would have to fight tooth and nail. They would have to fight to the bitter end to keep the Allies from completely invading their country. And of course, luckily we did have the atomic bombs, so such things didn't happen. Yes, I don't know the populations of both towns that got affected by the bombs, both cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But part of me does appreciate the use of that because, it ended the war, and my father was in that war. My father fought in World War II. He was in the Pacific Theater during that war. He served on the USS Saratoga. So I do have a little bit more of a connection to World War II than most of you people. Most of you people have grandparents, even great-grandparents that fought. I have a father who fought in World War II. And I don't think, if he was still alive today, he died in 1996, if he was still around now and he heard about this, I don't think that he probably wouldn't have cared, but I don't think he would say anything to the sense of, what these idiotic young people are saying, that this is some sort of karma against Japan for Pearl Harbor, or what they did in China, or what they did in the Philippines, or everywhere else that they, conquered and raped and pillaged and stuff like that. You got to remember, the United States also got affected by this earthquake and tsunami. We got hit by the tsunami. Hawaii, California, and Oregon, as I'm hearing, got hit. Not as severely as Japan, but we got hit. So don't think that this is karma against Japan, because we got it too. So, so oddly enough, I'm agreeing with all these people, especially Howard, on this topic, against these people that just want to put this as a karma against Japan because of Pearl Harbor. I have to agree with them. I have to agree with people like Howard and the rest of those ranters that these people are being stupid and narrow-minded, and they're not really grasping their history here or really fully paying attention here for what's going on here. So, I'm just saying my piece about it, and, you can take it what you will. This is my little serious video on this topic. I'm going to, move on to other things. If there's anything that I have to respond to involving this video, or anybody what he says about this, I'll respond to it. But I just wanted to say this, say these things, join the bandwagon, but I felt like I should say it too. So just stay tuned and, let's move on. Thanks.